Look, if you are looking for 400 people to lie to you, you'll find them. In fact, God will let them lie to you. He will facilitate the lie. That's what happened in the book of 1 Kings chapter 22. There were two kings, Ahab and Jehoshaphat. Ahab wanted to go to war and he was a bad king. He told Jehoshaphat, go to war with me. And Jehoshaphat, being a good king, was like, bet, you have my army, you have my resources. But you know what? Let's ask God first. Then Ahab brought in 400 prophets and asked them, should I go to war? They were like, why not? God has your back. Jehoshaphat felt this looked a little bit suspicious. And he was like, is there somebody else we can ask? And that's wisdom. Because when your resources are at stake, it is still your civic duty as a citizen of the kingdom of heaven to ensure that your resources are committed to things that are in line with God's will, even if the outcome is not your responsibility. Don't outsource your discernment simply because the outcome is not your primary responsibility. No, don't do that. What do I mean by this? Not every act of generosity is in line with God's will. Not every gift, not every donation is in line with God's will. It is your responsibility to ensure that your resources are committed to things that are in line with God's will. Test it, all of it. Secondly, the truth is not in the crowd. The truth is in the truth. Even God permitted a lying spirit to deceive 400 prophets simply because that is what Ahab wanted to hear. I mean, even one of the 400 prophets brought props to gesticulate his prophecy that was ministered by a lying spirit. So the fact that they are articulate, the fact that they have charisma, the fact that they have an audience does not mean that their prophecy is true. People can gesticulate a lie. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 13 says, a time is coming when people won't listen to sound doctrine. Instead, they will look for teachers who will please them by telling them only what they are itching to hear. Be careful of what you are itching to hear. You just might get it.